What's good, my peeps? The ruckus in the house, and back at you again. Another action figure review. This time, courtesy of Hasbro G.I. Joe classified, but this is the retro series card back. And what we've got here, this I tried to angle it so it doesn't look so bad, but what we have here is a mangled cardback retro version of Baroness. These are Walmart exclusives, and that's unfortunate because Walmart is lousy with the shipping. Sometimes you get boxes, other times you'll get bags. This time I got a bag, and I tell you, bags and retro card backs, they don't get along well. So I ordered two because one's supposed to come out and the other one's supposed to be for display. Unfortunately, this is the best one out of the two, which isn't saying much because this is jacked up. I've got creases in the corners on the large end on our left. It's bent. I've got a severe crease at the lower right as we look at it, and my other figure, actually the plastic was breached. The plastic clamshell on it, this one, is crunched in right here. So yeah, so you know, definitely not good for display purposes at all. So I can only hope that Baroness will show up in stores on the pegs, and I'll be able to purchase that and play the exchange game. And believe you me, I will play the exchange game. That's the least that could happen, considering the lousy shipping policy that Walmart has. But enough with the whining. You can see Baroness in the clamshell, and you see that old style packaging right there. I'll turn to the back, and we will see that it's got Baroness in the back, and it's got what she is, what she does for Cobra, and then of course below you've got Baroness and then Lady J. What had happened was those were the first two announced, and as you see the silhouettes of the second two, which are Gung Ho and Destro, as we found out, and we've already reviewed those two, and so we've got the ladies up next. So I'll turn it to the front so we can look at Baroness one last time in packaging. And yeah, now it's time to get her out of that packaging and see what she's about. Peeping Baroness's accessories. The retro line, they all come with these stands, and the stands have the insignia of their respective organizations. In this case, that would be Cobra. And as you can see, you've got the Cobra emblem embedded in the stand. You have the two pegs, and it's just molded in a glossy black plastic. So pretty cool that they come with stands. As far as weapons go, Baroness comes with this pump action shoddy futuristic style. You see it's got the detail, and has a magazine down there which houses the rounds, and you see, like I said, the nice detail, the stock there. It looks pretty cool, and there's a peg there for storage. I don't know if it's for storage on her. I don't think it's for storage on her. I believe that peg is a remnant of when she came with her Ram cycle. But here you got it on the other side, just molded in black with no paint apps at all. So, but still, plenty of detail. She also comes with this long rifle, and it also has the details also molded in just that black, and it also has that peg. So like I said, she doesn't have any way to store it on her body. So this has got to be because of the Ram cycle. And you do have the detail, but once again, no paint apps. Still, it's another weapon, and we'll definitely take it. And these are her customary sidearm weapons, her hand weapons. And you see they're molded in a flat black. They were in the deluxe set with Baroness and the Ram cycle. They were gold colored, and yeah, look pretty nice. But here, as you can see, they're just once again molded in the flat black. So we actually lost some paint apps with this retro release. Still, it's got the detail, and they look pretty nice. And finally, what would Baroness be without her signature eyewear, as you could see. So these came separate, and I can already tell just looking at these glasses, just going off of from the deluxe set, they too have less paint apps, but at least we got her glasses. And yeah, she, as you can see, since I'm doing this in the accessory segment, she came in package with no glasses on. So here we have Baroness on a rotating base. You're checking out a 360-degree view of the figure. My first glance, and I say my instead of just at first glance, I'm saying my first glance because I'm recalling the previous iteration of this figure, and I can tell you straight away we are getting less paint apps for sure. But we'll see that when we get her up close and personal and do our comparison, because yes, I do have the first version on deck for that very same reason, to compare. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I say that this version has less paint apps than the deluxe with RAM cycle version. So without further ado, let's get Baroness off of the base and see what is up. As is typical with me reviewing these retro figures, I won't be going through the articulation. This is really a comparative video just to see what's different between the new and the old, and we will continue to do the same thing here. So looking at Baroness without her glasses, of course, so we get to look at that face, and you could see that it's pretty nice. Got the lips, and it's basically the same face head sculpt as we got before. Same thing with the hair, nothing different, not really. So there's that. Then you've got going down, you see the Cobra emblem, and you see that's painted nice and red for the most part. Looking at her gauntlets, you see that the figure is molded in black. Her vest is a glossy black. She's really molded like a charcoal gray, to be honest, and her vest is black, so you can definitely see some differentiation there. Turn to the side, she's got on her her right shoulder, she's got a lifted shoulder pad that has an emblem on it, but you can barely tell because there are no paint apps on that emblem. And then you look at her wrist gauntlets, her forearm guards. That's also in a shiny glossy black, and there's an emblem there, and hard to tell because no paint apps. Same thing with the other side, her left side, and with the shoulder pad there too. She's got her belt, and there's the Cobra emblem at the center of the belt where the belts connect up, and it's a Cobra emblem, but of course there are no paint apps there, and no paint apps anywhere else on the belt. That includes on the back, but you see she does have her holsters back there. And then going further down, she's got the boots that are also glossy black. They are thigh-high boots. You go, girl. And they go all the way down, and then you see her with the feet, and that's about the size of it. Not much to talk about with Baroness in terms of paint apps or anything too different than the original version. So what we're going to do now is bring out that original version so we can see the differences, if any. So here I have brought out the first version of Baroness to compare with our current retro version, and you can see some of the differences from a distance already. You see the differences in the weapons. You see that the original version, she's sporting gold pistols, and you can also right away see that her emblem on her belt buckle is painted. You could see the red. And in order for us to see some of the other differences, we'll have to get up close. All right, we've got both versions up close so we can see some of the differences. First off, we can see that the skin pigmentation, the complexions of the ladies are different. Our retro is, I think, more natural, more lifelike. The original or deluxe set version, she's a bit more pale. She's definitely looking pale there, but that's almost apropos for being cold and reptilian. But yeah, that's the first difference. The second difference is the glasses. You can see that with the original, her glasses are rimmed in gold. So you can see that right there. Look at the top, and the eyewear for the retro is just straight black. So that's all you get there. Other difference is turning to the side. Our retro version, look at the wrist gauntlet. I'm going to turn our original to its side, and you see that the emblems, the Cobra emblems on the original version are painted as well. And yeah, and of course, once again, those belts. You see there's nothing going on with the retro. And then, of course, with the weapons, you see right there that the original's weapons are gold. And here we go, another hidden one. Check this out, down below. The original version's boots, you see there at the very bottom where the ankles meet the foot, you can see there's some paint apps there where we're straight flat black on the retro version. Of course, it's going to repeat itself on the other side. And if you don't see something else that's different, notice the retro's left leg is bare, whereas the left leg on the retro version has a holster of its own. And that is because that version came with another accessory that does not come with the retro version. That's this Cobra knife. So yeah, you got that difference right there too. So less accessories for the retro version there. And yeah, so those okay, now that I've got them both in frame, those are our differences in the figure. Other than that, I mean, as you all can see, it's the same exact figure. Now, for me, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the heads. I had our original Baroness in a Cobra headquarters display, same as Destro, and yeah, I like the more natural skin on the retro version more so than on the original version. And I'm going to swap out the glasses, keep the gold rimmed glasses of the original, and put those on the head of the retro. And of course, everything else will be the same on the retro. I mean, on the original, the gold guns, what have you, and that staff. And of course, the additional paint apps. It's definitely the better figure. So yeah, if you unless you're a completionist like myself and you just have to get the retro series, then you're going to get it. But this is without the shadow of a doubt an easy pass. So if you don't need another Baroness that's got less paint apps than the original and don't want to run the risk of getting a jacked up retro card because it's coming from Walmart, then definitely skip over. But other than that, yeah, it is what it is. So to sum it all up, and let's face it, I already summed it up. This is an easy pass for most. It's it's still a great figure. She's still a good looking figure. It's just that if you have the one that came with the cycle, then you're just doing well. But we all know what a debacle it was to get Baroness with Ram Cycle. It was for most it was a horror show, and that's why they released it this way, so you can at least have Baroness in some capacity. And it's good if you passed over her with the Ram Cycle because you didn't want the Ram Cycle, you didn't think it was worth it. Now you've got Baroness by herself. So it's good for that. But once again, it is an easy pass. I already went over the differences, so there's no need to rehash that here. So what I will do is tell you that you can look for if you're looking for figures, not Baroness because it's a Walmart exclusive, but for something else, you can go right down into my description and click on the link for Chaotic Entertainment and Toy Shop and look around. You may find something you like. And while you're doing your clicking, why don't you go ahead and take time out to hit that like button, click on that, subscribe, click on that button, and of course go down and leave a comment, question, concern, critique, criticism, whatever. Get at me. You want to hear it all? And also hit the bell if you want to be notified when I upload another video, and that will happen for you. So this concludes the review of the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Heroes Retro Collection, Baroness. On behalf of her, behalf of G.I. Joe, behalf of Cobra, this is the Ruckus. Remember, the hunt continues. And I'm out. Peace.